Greetings and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I want to address two things. The first is, I recently done a video ranking the 10 best rock and metal albums of 1978. And I got some feedback stating that I may have left out certain albums, which takes me to the second thing. Last week, not only did I rank 10 of the most underrated albums of 1978, but 10 best hard rock and metal albums of 1993. And not many people cared about that, so to make sure that don't happen again, I went back to basics, a single format of album rankings. And this week, I ranked the 10 best rock and metal albums of 1977, my birth year. As always, don't forget to like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and when you're finished with this video, check out the rankings playlist in the description box. We kick it off with AC/DC's Let There Be Rock. Released in Australia and New Zealand on March 21st, 1977, and in the US on July 25th of that same year. It was the last record to feature bassist Mark Evans. He would soon be replaced by Cliff Williams. Since its release, it went double platinum in the US, 5 times platinum in their home country of Australia, and reached the top 20 on the Australian album charts. Songs like Dog Eat Dog, Whole Lotta Rosie, Hell Ain't a Bad Place to Be, and Let There Be Rock were all standout tracks on this record. Sin After Sin, the third effort from Judas Priest, takes the 9th spot. Sin After Sin is Judas Priest's major label debut with Columbia Records, and was produced by Deep Purple's bassist Roger Glover. It's the only Priest album to feature Simon Phillips, a studio musician who replaced Alan Moore for the recording sessions. This record was a step higher than their previous two, Rock'n'Rolla and Sad Wings of Destiny, thanks to going gold in the US, reaching number 23 on the UK albums charts, and features the cover of Joan Baez's Diamonds and Rust and Dissident Aggressor, a song that will be covered by Slayer 11 years later on their South of Heaven record. Cat Scratch Fever, the third record from Ted Nugent, known for his wild guitar playing and his love for firearms later in life. Released on May 13th of 1977, Cat Scratch Fever was commercially successful, going triple platinum in the US and reaching number 17 on the Billboard 200. Songs like Cat Scratch Fever, the instrumental Homebound, and Wang Dang Sweet Putang are the songs that really stood out on such a fantastic solo outing from Mr. Nugent. At number 7 is Draw the Line, the fifth record from Aerosmith, released on December 9th of 1977. This was the start of their commercial decline. According to guitarist Joe Perry, he admitted that Draw the Line was not a together record because the band was not a cohesive unit anymore. They were drug addicts dabbling in music rather than musicians dabbling in drugs. But despite the dissension, the record made it to number 11 on the Billboard 200 in the US and double platinum. Get It Up, Kings and Queens, and Draw the Line are the only songs that stood out from this record. Taken by Force, the Scorpions' fifth record, released on RCA Records in December of '77. The first to feature drummer Herman Rarebell, and the last to feature Uli Jon Roth, who left the band, and at first he was replaced by Michael Schenker, and then later Matthias Jabs took over, and he never left the Scorpions since. The album features the standout tracks like He's a Woman, She's a Man, The Sails of Sharon, and We'll Burn the Sky. The next album, Love Drive, would open new doors for the Scorpions on American soil, as Taken by Force would be the last album for the Scorps on RCA before they signed with Mercury Records. Bad Reputation, the 8th studio release from Thin Lizzy. Featuring Bad Reputation, That Woman Is Gonna Break Your Heart, and Dancing in the Moonlight, It's Caught Me in Its Spotlight. The front cover features 3 out of 4 band members, as Brian Robertson being credited for writing 3 tracks for it. He would tour in support of the record, but by tour's end, he left the group. Bad Reputation made it to the top 5 on the UK albums charts and the top 40 on the Billboard 200 and went gold in the UK. The Grand Illusion, Styx's 7th record, takes the 4th spot. A commercial success, going triple platinum in the US and reached number 6 on the Billboard 200. The Grand Illusion was released on July 7th of 1977. Get it? 7777. Featuring the hits Fooling Yourself, Come Sail Away, and in recent years I enjoy listening to the haunting keyboard melody of Castle Walls. You thought that record was good, you should check out their next one that followed this, Pieces of 8. It's a great record. Canadian trio Rush takes the 3rd spot with A Farewell to Kings. That album had Cygnus X1 Book 1 The Voyage as a 10-minute epic album closer. They also had the 11-minute epic called Xanadu and a shorter song, Closer to the Heart, as the standout tracks from such an epic rock opera from this Canadian trio known for its progressive rock elements. Since its release on August 29th of 1977, the album went platinum in the US and Canada, reached number 11 on the Canadian charts, 22 on the UK charts, and 33 in the US. Love Gun from Kiss takes the runner-up spot. Released on June 30th, 1977, produced by Kiss and Eddie Kramer. It features Shock Me, a song that Ace Frehley sung for the first time on a Kiss record. Not at the same level of success as Destroyer or Rock and Roll Over, but it remains a commercial success nonetheless, going platinum in the US, reaching number 2 in Japan and number 4 on the Billboard 200 in the US. The standout tracks include Christine 16, I Stole Your Love, and Love Gun, making this record Kiss's 3rd consecutive successful album post Kiss Alive, which was released in 1975. And the best hard rock heavy metal album of 1977 belongs to Queen with News of the World. Released on October 28th, 1977, featuring the anthemic We Will Rock You, the anthemic We Are the Champions, Sheer Heart Attack, and Spread Your Wings. The album became a commercial success and one of Queen's finest recordings, becoming a top 5 album in the US and UK, went 4 times platinum in the US. The songs We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions are still sports anthems you hear at sporting events all around the world to this very day. You are not gonna find a much better list than this, even if you tried. AC/DC were firing on all cylinders with Let There Be Rock, as was Judas Priest with Sin After Sin. Cat Scratch Fever was the record that put Ted Nugent on the map. Draw the Line saw Aerosmith's creativity hit a roadblock, and it would take years for them to recover. Scorpions, Thin Lizzy, Styx, and Rush all put out strong efforts that year. Kiss was still riding high with Love Gun, and then you have Queen's News of the World. People heavily criticized the album until they got a retrospective review, and they now call it one of Queen's greatest albums. Now, if you haven't watched my previous album rankings video, I suggest you go check it out, as it has appeared on the end screen. This has been Album Rankings.
Don't